Alright, what's up? I'm Charm City 187, yo. It's my week 2 recap. So far, both me and my brother for this week are 13-2. If the Bengals can close out this game, I think there's like 7 minutes left, we'll be 14-2. The 2 games I got wrong, I got the Miami-Indy game. Miami won 24-20. I just didn't think that Tannehill would be able to put up as many points as Luck, but I think I underestimated Miami's defense a little bit, because their defense actually looked really good. And like I said in the last video, the Colts defense is absolute shit. They're good pass rushers, don't know how to play in a 3-4, and it showed last year and it's shown again this year. They don't have any defensive backs, and they got 2 good linemen, Corey Redding and shit, I can't even remember the other guy's name. But I just didn't think Miami would be able to outscore Indy, and I was wrong. The other game I got wrong was Detroit, Arizona. And Arizona won 25-21. I really didn't even watch that game. They weren't even showing it on NFL Red Zone, except for when Calvin Johnson called a touchdown pass. But man, I knew Arizona was going to be a decent team this year. I just didn't think they'd be able to beat Stafford and the Lions. But I'm guessing the ignorance of the Lions' defense had something to do with the loss. Yeah. Got the the one game that me and my brother differed on was I picked San Diego and he picked Philadelphia, and obviously I won. Philly. I'm guessing Kerry Williams took whatever the hell he's been doing the last like 3 years in Baltimore over to Philadelphia and just like infected the whole defense, because there are holes all over their defense. Like they probably wouldn't be able to win a fight with a blind man in a paper bag. Like their defense is horrible. Jets in New England. New England, they're going to have a rough year this year. Their schedule's easy, but barely beating the Bills, barely beating the Jets. They play a team that's actually halfway decent. They're going to get murdered. New England's defense does look halfway decent. It's just Tom Brady has no one to throw the ball to. Well, he has people to throw the ball to. They just can't fucking catch. Atlanta beat St. Louis by a touchdown. Steven Jackson, he didn't even get a single carry. He got hurt on like the beginning of the game on a passing play. Buffalo got their first win against Carolina. Yo, how much does it suck to have a franchise that when you win your first game of the season, everybody on the team starts crying? Your team has had to suck for years for that shit to happen. Everybody on that fucking team was crying because they won one game, and it wasn't even their home opener. But I'm happy for Manuel. He's actually pretty good. I like him. Minnesota at Chicago. Got Chicago right. Minnesota needs help with their offense. Their defense used to be like great. Now their defense is going downhill. I'm guessing because they know Christian Ponder can't do a goddamn thing. But Minnesota wouldn't even have been in that game if it wasn't for the kick return and the fumble return for the touchdown. The game would have been a blowout. Green Bay completely demolished the Redskins. And, this is what I think the Redskins should have done. Number one, if they're not going to play RG3 in the preseason, they should have let Kirk Cousins start the regular season and play like the first 4 or 5 games. Because RG3 looks fucking crippled, man. He cannot do anything. He can barely fucking walk. And he can't play on his back foot. And everybody knows what he's doing. He can't run the ball. They know he's not going to try to run. So they can just send everybody at him. The Redskins' offensive line is not made to pass protect. They're made to run block and the option. They're not good at pass protection. And you can tell that by how many times he's been hit in the last 2 games. They should have played Kirk Cousins the first 4 to 6 games and let RG3's knee heal 100%. Did they? No. They didn't even practice him really in the preseason. Why, I don't know. But hey, I'm not a fucking coach. Kansas City looks beastly. But they won 17-16. Their defense is, I don't want to say that they're the best defense in the league, but they're probably top 5. They got a great front 7 and a good secondary. I already did my Cleveland and Baltimore recap. Houston beat Tennessee, but yo, see, this is why I don't like doing these pick videos. Because I pick a game, and after I pick the game, the whole time I'm rooting for the team that I said was going to lose. Like, I was rooting for St. Louis, I was rooting for Carolina, I was rooting for Minnesota, I was rooting for fucking Tennessee. I wasn't rooting for Philadelphia. I was rooting for Tampa Bay against New Orleans, and I picked New Orleans. Like, it's so stupid. I pick a team to win, and then I'm rooting for the other team to fucking win. But yeah, I don't know. Got the New Orleans game right. I got the Oakland game right. How many points did what's that guy's name? Pryor probably didn't have that good of a game because Henne was the top passer, and he only had 240 yards. McFadden was starting to get going though. He had 130 yards rushing. Denver obviously blew out the Giants. And this is what I don't understand, yo. Alright. Last night, the San Francisco 49ers got completely fucking manhandled by the Seahawks. And in the power rankings, when we got beat by the Broncos opening game, we went from like 3 or 4 in the power rankings all the way down to 11. And we scored like 27 points and had 400 yards passing and all kinds of shit. Last night, the 49ers didn't do dick the whole game. They lost 29-3, and they go from number 1 in the power rankings to number 2 in the power rankings. How the fuck does that work? But yeah, I don't know. Looks like Cincinnati's going to be able to close this game out. Roethlisberger and the Steelers offense can't do a goddamn thing. But as bad as Roethlisberger and the Steelers offense look, Bengals offense looked just as bad. Yo, they could have easily have scored 40-some points tonight. 2 turnovers by the Steelers. They just ain't been able to move the ball. Not able to run the ball. I think Jarvis Green-Ellis has like 15 carries for 60 yards. But yeah. Alright, I'm out. Peace.